What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're seeing this. I'm having a good one. It's a few days after the Chargers and Chiefs game that was on Thursday night, but I wanted to get my thoughts on it out there for everyone to see and see if you agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments. But with all that said, let's get it started. Chargers and Chiefs, that thing was a classic. Almost always is now with Herbert and Mahomes. They're just so good. They're both top 5 QBs. Both teams to me are legit threats to make some noise in the playoffs. I probably trust the Chiefs a little bit more, even though I'm a Chargers fan, just because the Chiefs have the experience in the playoffs. The Chargers don't. But that all being said, absolute classic game, right? Mahomes was throwing dimes. Herbert was throwing dimes. Both teams were making defenses, I should say, were making big plays and big moments. The Chiefs stopping the Chargers on 4th and goal several times. The Chargers making that interception after they got stopped on 4th and goal. There's just so many good plays by such great teams, and it's so much fun to watch. It's stressful being a fan of the Chargers, but I would rather it be this way. But I can say that with 100% confidence, I felt like we were going to win the game. Like and I've never been that way before this season. Part of that, I think, is having an absolute stud of a QB in Herbert, and then the other part of it is trusting the coaching and trusting that this is different. So I'm just happy with that. I was fully confident. It's one of those games where I was more confident after, even if we lost, I was more confident in their future after with the loss. Like, that's rare that you lose and you're like, we're going to be so much better. Like, this is doing so good, right? I think the big turning point in the game, people are saying it was the going for it on 4th downs and not succeeding. I don't think it was that. I think the big turning point was Derwin James exiting in the 3rd quarter, because Travis Kelce was held in check. I think the stat was he had 0 catches up until that point with Derwin James on the field. That could be slightly wrong. If it is, that's fine. I'm human. I can make mistakes, but that's what I saw. And then Derwin left in the 3rd quarter, and I mute the games whenever Troy Aikman and Joe Buck are on the call, because they're just absolutely horrible commentators. I can't do it with them. They suck. But so I mute the game. So I didn't know that he was off the field until afterwards when I checked Twitter, because I was like, man, who the hell is guarding Kelce? Because he basically went for like 190 yards in the 4th quarter and overtime, which, Kelce deserves a ton of credit. In my opinion, he's the best tight end in the league. You can argue Kittle and you can maybe argue Andrews, but I take Kelce. He's done it longer than both of those guys, and he's been consistent. So if you have a different opinion, that's fine. No, I don't have any shade towards it. It's fine. Mahomes throwing dimes, just dots, extending plays, big 30-yard run down the stretch of the 4th quarter on that 2-minute drill. I love watching the guy play, even though his team's a rival of mine. It's just so much fun. And I think that's the best way to view these games, is just enjoy the greatness that is on display in front of you from both sides. Like, I can watch this game and not put down the Chiefs in order to prop my team up. Like, it's not how it is for me. That was just fun from both sides. Tyreek Hill, Cheetah, going to do Cheetah things. It's just a monster. Chargers held the running game in check for the Chiefs, but I like that the Chargers ran the ball as well as they did, because we haven't really stuck to it as much as we did in that game. I think they figured that out in the Patriots loss. I think they need to be better running, and they've been doing that ever since then. I really, really want to see these teams play in the playoffs at full strength, because I know that both of them were missing key players. I think the Chargers are missing like three or four DBs, starting DBs, and I know the Chiefs were missing a couple. I know they were missing Chris Jones. And the Chargers are missing their left tackle. There were so many players missing that I need both these teams in the playoffs at full strength, because that'll be probably the best playoff game of the season. That's my bold prediction. If they met up, if that happened, I think that would be the best game that we see. It was just so much fun, man. It's rare that your team can lose and you come out happier, which is, I don't understand how that's even a thing, but it happened for me at least. I do want to talk about the people that are trashing the Chargers coaching for going for it. We've done that all season, and it's worked for most of the season. It's probably won us 2 games, I think, was what people pointed out. Why my issue would be is if we didn't go for it, because that means that you're changing you're changing your identity when the pressure gets high in a big game. That means you lost confidence, which I don't ever want to see that. So I would rather stick to what you've been doing and just do what has worked, or at some point hasn't worked, but do what your identity is. Be who you are. So if they're going to be an aggressive, gunning, going for a team, I'm all on board with it. Don't change it though. That's stupid. The only one that I may have said just kick the field goal was the one right before the half, because I think going up a full score would have been valuable. I'm more comfortable going in the half up 7 than I am 4, especially when you're playing against Patrick Mahomes. But the other ones we're going for it. I didn't, even the one where we went for it before the half, I didn't have an issue with it. I think there was a better argument for going for the field goal there than any time, because you're taking points going into the half. You can't take a loss taking a profit, I guess is the quote there. But the other times going for it, I was fully on board. It was just bad execution. The plays were open, just bad execution. The same thing happened to the Chiefs, where they went for it on like 4th and goal, and Mahomes probably threw the worst pass he's ever thrown in his entire career. I was sitting there watching. I was like, when I saw that happen, because the thing fluttered out of his hand, and I was just stunned because he never misses throws like that. That should have been a walk-in touchdown. You're never going to get a gift from that, like that from him ever again. So I don't know. There's a lot of rivalry, like people going at it and tweets and stuff like that. Just enjoy this stuff. It's so much more fun that way. They're going to play. You got Herbert and Mahomes for the next decade, hopefully, barring injuries and stuff like that. It should be classics almost every time. So I don't know. If you guys enjoyed the game, or if you have a different thought on the coaching, or, just any different opinion, let me know in the comments. I love both teams. I think both teams are legit. Great game. If you're new, subscribe. And if you enjoyed the content, I'll be posting more of this as I go. And that is all for me. I hope everyone has a great day or night when you see this. And I'm done here. Peace.